Hello, this is Joe Nicasio, your business coach, and I got a little puzzle for you. I've got some stuff on the screen right here. Got some numbers, and I want you to look at those numbers and what is the rationale? Why are these numbers in the order they are in? And the reason that I'm doing this, I'm sharing this with you, is because so very frequently the problem we think is the problem isn't the problem. So you can look at those numbers for a minute here, and if you want to comment and put some reactions why you think they're in that order, because this actually looks like a number problem. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer. The truth, this isn't really a numbers problem. Why are they in this sequence? What's the rationale? And the reason why is because this is the number 8. This is the number 5. This is the number 4. This is the number 9. This is the number 1. This is the number 7 and the number 6. 3, 2, 0. So what's going on here? Why are they in this sequence? Because they are in alphabetical order. Now, see, I think that this is an actually powerful metaphor for ways that you're trying to solve problems. You see a bunch of numbers, and why are they in that sequence? And you think of a numeric reason. But if you switch out of the numeric reasoning and you can actually get into the spelling reasoning, it all makes sense. It's in alphabetical order. And so when we look at things through one paradigm, it makes absolutely no sense at all. It's actually impossible to solve. There's a story. I love this story. Once upon a time, a man was going down the road driving his roadster on the mountains, and he loved driving his car down the twisting, turning roads. It was fun. He liked to punch on the gas and go through the curves and had a great time. So as he goes through one curve, he's got the straightaway, he's approaching the next curve, and he sees some lady careening, and she's all over the road, and she's in his lane, and then she swerves, and as she drives by, she yells out, "Pig!" And the man is insulted. So he yells out, "Sow." It's like, you call me a name, I'll call you a name. And he punched on the gas, went around the corner, and he hit the pig. Now, why is this so powerful? Because, she wasn't insulting him. She was warning him. She was giving him an opportunity to be safe. Because she was warning him. She yelled out, "Pig!" But instead of hearing the warning, he took it as an insult. The problem you think is the problem isn't the problem. She wasn't yelling names at him. She was yelling a warning. He wasn't hearing the warning. He was hearing the insults. The problem you think is the problem isn't the problem. When you look at these numbers on the screen, you're looking for a numerical justification. Why are those numbers in sequence? But it's not a numerical problem at all. It's a spelling problem. Now the question is this. Are you solving problems because you're looking at what's in front of you and seeing them under one paradigm? And your paradigm's wrong? Are you looking at problems thinking that it's only blank? You fill in the blank. It's just, I need more hard work. I need more tenacity. I need more focus. Maybe the thing you don't need is focus. Maybe the thing you need is defocus. Maybe you need to zoom out and get perspective. Sometimes we are so focused, we are focused on the wrong thing. If you're so close to the tree, you can't see the forest. Let me say that again. If you're so close to the tree, you can't see the forest. When you're so focused on the tree, focus, 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 you might be focusing on the wrong thing. And I'm here to tell you, sometimes focus is actually the wrong answer. Sometimes you need to zoom out and look at the problem from the left, the right, the top, the bottom. You need to look at it from a multi-dimensional point of view. You need to take in multiple dimensions. You need to take in multiple parameters. Because the level of thinking that created the problem needs to be exceeded by a new level of thinking if you want to solve the problem. So I use this as an example. We see a sequence of numbers. What's the rationale for them being in that sequence? And there is no mathematical reason. But there is an alphabetical reason. And if you're having struggles in your business, if you're having struggles in your relationships, if you're having struggles with your health, if you're having struggles, in your time management, maybe the problem is you're just looking at it from the wrong perspective. Maybe you need to look at it from a new perspective. Because you know what? The more I've been studying business and helping people build businesses that work, it's really simple. Business is actually much simpler than people make it out. But there's a couple things you need to stop doing. One thing that you need to stop doing is focusing on what you want and start actually focusing on the needs of others. When you start looking at how can I help others improve their life, how can I take my magic, my skills, my abilities, my passions, and help make people's lives better? That's simple. But if you're thinking about how can I be better, if I just read another 100 books, more people will buy from me. No, they won't. Not unless you take what you learned in those 100 books and start paying attention to other people and seeing what their needs are. And continuing to ask yourself, how can I make their lives better? Not how can I make their lives a little better. How can I make their lives a lot better? Because if you make people's lives a lot better, you're adding more value. And that's a good formula for actually getting paid more. I want to share this with you. It's entirely possible you have all the pieces to succeed in your business. However, they just might be out of sequence. Sequence matters. If you had to put these numbers in this order and you didn't know what sequence they were in and you didn't know the rules, it's very difficult. But as soon as you say, okay, put these numbers in alphabetical order, the problem gets solved quickly. Because you're looking at solving the problem, the problem you think is the problem isn't the problem. And so maybe if you change your thinking to the real problem, then you could start looking for the real solution. I hope this provokes you to think. I hope, if this is useful for you, I hope at the very least that you will look at the problems you have in your life and take a couple steps backwards, gain some perspective, take in the wide-angle view, and say, maybe I'm looking at this thing all wrong. How else can I be looking at the problem? I promise you, when you step back and you actually seek wisdom in this area, it's really easy. It's business is simple. If I help you massively improve something you're stuck at and get you unstuck and flowing, would that be worth something to you? Yes, it would. Great, you pay me. No, it wouldn't. I'll find someone who it is worth to. Business is simple. We make people's lives better in exchange for getting paid or compensated for it. It's really much simpler than you're making it. And when you start to understand what it is that makes people want to buy, what it is that makes people want to buy from you, you start to realize it's a whole lot simpler than you're making it. This is Joe Nicasio, your business coach, coming to you from Venice Beach, California. God bless you. Make it a great day.